Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing okay. This is literally the exact same position that I have just closed off my vlog, if you've watched my last one where we was in Ketchikan. And I just wanted to start off this vlog by basically saying that, like, obviously we've kind of been to all of the destinations now. It's Friday and we are heading towards Victoria. So Victoria's in Canada, and last night was really confusing because you know how your phone kind of like changes times? Well, all of a sudden my phone like went forward an hour. James's phone was one time, my phone was a different time, so was Rob's, and then it changed back and then it went forward again, so we had absolutely no idea what was going on. But anyway, like I said, we're going to Victoria, so we do skip forward an hour, but it was officially from 2 o'clock, and Princess Cruises usually leave you a little note on your pillow just saying, just to remind you the clock's going to go forward. So I feel quite tired today just because we've obviously like lost an hour's sleep as well. But basically the plan today is we received this letter last night through our door, and it just basically says, "Dear Miss Beth and James, blah blah blah, I'm excited to extend to you a warm invitation with love to a truly special and unique occasion on board the ship. As someone we hold in high regard, we would be honoured to have you join us for an exclusive visit to the bridge." So I'm going to be honest, I didn't actually know what the bridge was. And my mum basically explained that it's literally where the captain is, it's where he stays the ship. So me, Mum, Rob and James have all got a letter, and I think it's because we've been filming while we've been here, and not for my YouTube but for the other things that I've mentioned for the documentary. Yeah, so we've been invited to the bridge basically to go meet the captain and like see in there, which is absolutely crazy. Like, I'm quite looking forward to it, but they just basically said like, last night we received it, like, don't discuss it with fellow guests, just because obviously they might be like a bit pissed off that they're not invited or something like that. So we're allowed to talk about it, we're just not allowed to, like last night, like start going up to people and saying like, "Oh, are you going to meet the captain?" Because we are. That would have been a bit bad. But yeah, so we're looking forward to it. We're just gonna get changed now and head up there. Today is a chill day, but we need to pack, and we get into Victoria tonight at 9 PM. So 9 PM and we're there till midnight. It's so bizarre. I've just got a feeling they've got to stop off there for some reason. And then once we've kind of left there, we'll be going back towards Seattle, which is the last day. So we're going to be off the ship roughly about 9:15 in the morning, and then we've got to stay overnight in Seattle before we can go home. So it's just going to be a nice day, I think, just a bit chill, but I'll keep you up to date with what we're doing, what I'm doing with my TPN, things like that, because obviously it's a bit confusing because we've still got an extra night in Seattle and things like that. So yeah, I will update you once we have been to the bridge, and I'll insert a picture, because obviously I'm not allowed to record, but I'll insert a picture just to kind of show you what it was like. Okay guys, so I'm going to go get my TPN, and it's on deck 4, which is I think the lowest one.
But I'm looking for the Jonathan.
Okay, I'm on deck 4 now. So it kind of feels like you shouldn't be here for some reason. I don't know why, like it's just really empty, there's not really a lot going on. And then especially when you come into this bit, it looks really weird. Okay guys, I've just collected my TPN. I stopped filming literally the minute I walked into the medical centre just because it was so busy, and I just felt it was a bit rude when other people are in there. Guys, this vlog is not going as planned. Every time I try and film, someone like either comes in the lift that I'm in or whatever. But yeah, I basically walked to the medical room that you saw me doing. They keep all my TPN in a medical fridge. The guys are so nice in there, and there's a lady that's really nice as well. I just basically go in, say, "Can I have my TPN please?" And they say, "Yeah, what colour do you want? Do you want white or do you want yellow?" And then I say which one I want, sign for it and take it. Perfect. It's just unreal. So the medical centre is only open for certain times, so today it's open from 10 till 5, and I think on other days it's open like 4:30 till 6:30 in the evening, and blah blah. Obviously if emergencies it's open all day. But yeah, so I'm going to collect this now, bring it back to the room, you can see, and I'll show you everything else. So this is my tiny little station here that I've been doing it from. It's just basically, you do actually have a fridge in your room, which is under here, but the size of it is really quite small, so I wouldn't be able to fit a lot of TPNs in there, so which is why I kept it in the medical fridge. And I also just like the fact that it's like temperature monitored and stuff. So I obviously brought my tray with me, which I do the TPN out of anyway, and that's classed as my sterile field. I brought my stand with me, which I hook my TPN onto, and that's pretty much it, just all my stuff. So I'm just going to set this up quickly and like move things out the way that I don't need. I've just took everything off my wrist, so there's bubbles on my wrist and my ring as well. I'm just going to set this up quickly and then I can kind of like get started.
feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go.
Okay, so basically this is like the little setup. So I know I've not kind of like showed you properly before exactly the way I do it. Kind of explain my reasons for that in the past. You kind of see like brief snippets here and there, but basically this here is classed as my sterile field. So anything that I use this for, put things in, that is a sterile area, because I basically clean it with that and an alcohol wipes, and then I use this dressing pack and open that up, which has got a sterile kind of dressing in it anyway, and then you put things in there. My TPN is really accessible, which is here. So it's a really good sized desk, and obviously my machine's there. I got my hand sanitizer, and also I have the battery pack for that on charge when I'm not using it. So I'm just basically going to go wash my hands now. Okay, so I'm basically all connected now. Hold on, let me just pause. Gossip girl. Basically I'm all connected now, and I put it in this backpack. So this is basically where my machine sits in the front there, and you can kind of see that when you pull that from the front, you can kind of see, like, you can press the buttons through that, which is really helpful. That then obviously connects onto the TPN bag, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like this bag really needs washing when I get back. It has a weird smell to it, but it's not like unsterile or anything, because everything is like a clothesline now, so it's fine. I can touch things and whatever, it's fine. We're basically getting off the ship tomorrow, and we are going to Seattle. So the plan is that we have to be off the ship by 9:15. That's our like time slot to leave. So as soon as we leave the dock, the port or whatever you call it, we'll be going towards our hotel and staying there for a night, because obviously it's, you know, we live far away from here. So staying a day in Seattle, and then flying home the following day. So we're having a night in a hotel, but when we get off the ship, because it's going to be quite early, we can't check in. So we're just basically going to go to a hotel, leave our luggage there, and then we're going to go back like later and check in when we can. But that means that when my TPN finishes, I won't be able to disconnect it in a safe and like sterile way, because we'll be out. So I need to make sure I put it on now, so it runs and finishes in time to disconnect in the morning before we leave for the ship. And then just to add more confusion, because we are obviously staying a night in Seattle, I have to take some TPN off the ship with me, which is why I brought spare. So what we did at the very beginning of the trip is all them cool boxes that you've kind of seen me with before. We've kept 2 ice packs. They're going to put them in the freezer for me tonight to make sure that they're definitely going to be frozen. And then we're going to pick up the remaining TPN that I've got tomorrow morning, put them in the cool box, and then take that with us. So it's all a bit complicated, but everything so far, touch wood, has gone really smoothly. It's not been stressful. It's like, it's all worked out quite well. The hardest thing I would say is obviously the bringing it here and the logistical planning behind it, and then once we've actually been here, it's also been like the timings of it, to make sure that I put it on in time to take it off the next day and stuff, depending on what we're doing. So basically I'm just going to go get my ice pack soon, and when we go downstairs I'm going to give that to them to obviously put in the freezer. So if I get a chance, I'll show you the medical room then. Okay guys, it's our last day, so we are doing the washing.
The $4, so $6 for one.
I feel like we're on Friends.
So one in there.
Living the dream. Living the dream. And I brought my little bag from home.
She said I'm a free man, free to do just what I like, but I just don't seem to like what's new to me. Now I'm no one's man, and these streets that I've been walking, they make me feel like nothing. I tell my friends it's here where we begin. I say I'm better than I've ever.
Okay everyone, it's the last night meal. Should we get drunk in Canada?
We've got drunk in 3 countries in March.
So it's our last meal. All of us are out. We are staying at Sabatini's.
I know some of these words.
Captured in a photograph,